name is Prendergast. I'm here representing Ms. Horton's 7th grade class, and my sermon is based upon forgiveness. What is forgiveness? Let's go into the dictionary about it. Forgiveness is the action or process of being forgiven or forgiving. A scripture I like to relate to that meaning is 2 Chronicles 7:14. Then if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins and restore their land. In the scripture, it's explained by God that because his son forgave us, we should forgive others. Because forgiveness is based upon letting it go and giving it to God. This is needed because we cannot control most things in life, but we can control our reactions. An example of this from the Bible is Job. Job was a man of God. God wanted to test if he was really faithful unto God. So he allowed the devil to challenge him by taking his livestock, servants, children, and everything he had owned, and he allowed the devil to give him a skin disease. But Job was still faithful unto God. After that, God gave him better and more things than he could have ever imagined nor desired. Then Job forgave all who laughed at him and took his stuff and talked bad about him because his faith was so strong that it was as simple as cutting a cake. Another scripture that relates to forgiveness is Colossians 3:13. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, also do ye. In Colossians, God is telling us to forgive each other as he has forgiven us. That we need to be in a place to forgive, and to forgive, we need his word. A famous example is Jesus. The night that Jesus was crucified, before he had the Last Supper, even though he knew Judas was going to betray him, he did not expose nor was he rude, mean, or disrespectful to Judas. Jesus was the perfect example of forgiveness. Because he chose to become a human like us and accept punishment on the cross, he stated, Father, forgive them, because they do not know what they are doing. These are the effects of forgiveness. Most people don't intentionally want to hurt us or harm us. They just don't know what they're doing. The effects of forgiveness allows you to see the story from the other side. It helps you understand what the cause of their actions could be, and this is an example. Joseph from the Old Testament was thrown into a well and sold as a slave because his brothers were jealous that their father looked at him as the perfect child. After that, Joseph went on to become a high-ranking officer in the Egyptian government. However, because he stayed true to his God and fled from temptation, he was thrown into prison. God had favor on him because he once again was promoted to the second highest position in the land. When a famine came, his brothers had to travel to Egypt for some food. They didn't recognize Joseph at first, but he still gave them food. In the end, when he revealed who he was to them, the family was reunited and he was able to take care of them throughout the rest of the famine. This is an example of the effect of forgiveness. Instead of Joseph shunning them and not giving them any food in revenge, he forgave them for selling him. Joseph's forgiveness was a blessing not only for his brothers, but for generations to come. A famous scripture I like to say that can help somebody forgive somebody is Psalms 86:5. Oh Lord, you are so good, so ready to forgive, so full of unfailing love for all who ask for your help. Forgiveness is not easy, but neither was dying on the cross.
I got the power with me. This ain't 8 ball, this just fake, dog.